Hello, I'm Cher, and this is Diary of a Pen Nerd. So, welcome back to another video. It has been a while since I inked up my pens for fall, and so I feel that my pen case is in a little bit of a need of a refresh to just kind of, re-ink some of the pens that might have gone dry during that time or have been all used up. So I thought this would be kind of just a fun little video to chat about just some different things that have been going on or going to go on. So this is my pen case. This is the same pen case I've had since 8th grade, and I'm now a freshman in college. So that's pretty crazy. And it's just the Lihit Lab book style in blue. It's big. It's a big pen case. And all my pens are falling out of it. But here we go. And I've got other stuff in here too. Like I've got a lip balm and markers. I don't know that I've ever shown my pen case, but this is kind of just like a progress report slash re-inking slash I have had thoughts, and what better place to have thoughts than on the internet. So these are some of the pens that I know I want to put more ink into. So we'll start with this one. This is my Wing Sung with the bent nib, the fude nib, and I usually have my trusty Sailor Yurameku Amamoyoi in this one. Because I really like the shading that you get. So yeah, there hasn't been like a whole lot happening in my world. Aside from it's just about the end of the semester, and so it's got a lot of like projects and finals to be getting ready for, and been very like busy and stressed and whatnot. I did just a couple of weeks ago, I had so much fun. I was at movie night with my friends and I got to get out my pen case and tell them all about all of the different pens in my pen case, and explain the difference between, you know, a cartridge or a converter or eyedropper or whatnot, and, you know, the different nib sizes and things, all the different things like that. And then just last night I was with one of those friends again, and he just got a new job and was thinking about getting a fountain pen and some ink for as like a celebration, and then to be able to use it as new job. And so we spent some time looking at, you know, all of the different websites and finding different inks and pens that potentially he could get, and it was just so much fun to be able to talk about pens with people who don't know a whole lot but were interested to learn more. And this one always gets stuck. There we go. And so that was super exciting. And this is a friend that I have penabled before. I've given him a couple of varsities and a couple of ink samples. So I have a lot of fun. My problem is I was planning on getting him an ink, or penabling him for gifts for the upcoming holidays, and so now I'll have to be a little bit more creative on how I do that. But yeah, it was just so much fun. I keep thinking, you know, that it would be really fun to like meet up with other people and get to discuss fountain pens and inks and all things that way. I just like really want that connection and to be able to share this hobby with other people who enjoy it or are interested. So the next pen and ink that I'm refreshing, if you will, is my Ferris Wheel Press Carousel in Brilliant Beanstalk, and then the matching Brilliant Beanstalk ink. Yeah, I really like this one. And I went to write with it today in class and realized it was dry. There we go. I struggled to get a good fill with... Oh, well, I guess that's significantly more than I thought there was, but... yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with my fall pens and inks. I feel like I got a good mixture of colors and just have been able to get the vibes quite well. Unfortunately, gluing the barrel on this one has not solved the problem of the crack. And I was looking at, now the pen is more than a year old, so I sincerely doubt that I'd be able to exchange or anything, and so I'll just keep using it as it is because it's not the biggest deal, and I do still really like specifically I really like the way this pen handles shimmer ink. I find that a lot of my pens don't handle shimmer ink very well, but I really like it, and I've got 2 bottles, both from Ferris Wheel Press, but there's a couple of other ones that I really would like to try. There's a couple from Dominant Industry, specifically Autumn Forest and Sunset from their Pearl collection, that I think are just so pretty and would love to try them. But yeah, there's those 2, and those are my fall pens. The rest of my fall pens I think are doing pretty good. Like these 3 are all doing pretty good. Well, these were eyedroppered, so like of course they're doing good. You can kind of see how much ink is still left in that, and I've done a lot of writing with this one. I wasn't sure how much I'd like the color combination between the Sweet Mandarin Sport and then the Arizona Sky Citrus ink, but I actually really do like it, and I like the shading that I get with the broad nib and the citrus ink, so that's been a lot of fun. This one has Diamine Ancient Copper in it, and I think is just about dry. Yeah, but the problem is it was an ink sample, and so I'm not really able to like get much more in there. I'm not able to submerge the nib deep enough into the ink to get much more. So I think I'll just write with this until it runs out and then pick something else. And then this one has Ferris Wheel Press Steeped Umber in it, which I'm actually fairly certain is Oyster Hour, not Steeped Umber. The box says Steeped Umber, the bottle says Steeped Umber, but the ink says Oyster Hour to me. So I think that might have just been a little mix-up, and again, the bottle is very old at this point, so there's not really much use exchanging it, or trying to. But this ink is usually really light for me, and so then I don't like writing with it. I feel like I almost have to force myself to write with it. But so for the first while that I had this inked up, I didn't write with it at all. Like I literally, I think, went 2 weeks or more where it just sat in my pen case and I didn't write with it. And then one day I thought to myself, I think I was probably bored in class, and I was like, I'll just get it out and play with it. And so what I did is I started writing in cursive in my bullet journal, just kind of like a stream of consciousness, and I haven't stopped since then. So I've been writing with that quite a bit and really enjoying it. And I don't know, the lightness of the ink doesn't bother me all that much when I'm doing that. So that's that. And then, oh, I got out my Hello Kitty Kaweco, because here's my problem, is that on, I think it's Pen and Tool, there is a new Hello Kitty Kaweco in this translucent blue purple with sparkles, and I love it so much. I really do like it, but it's $60, and alas, I just am not sure that I want to spend $60 on another Kaweco, because I have Kawecos, and I know that I like them, and I know that I'll use them, but maybe I want to instead use that to diversify my collection and perhaps get a Twisby or some other piston filler, or try to broaden my horizons a little bit, if you will. So I got this one out after not writing with it for a while, just because I had so many other pens that I was writing with, and was like, oh, I'll write with it to kind of scratch that itch, and it was dry. So this was a oh no, run away, nib. This was a Summer Purple, Kaweco Summer Purple ink cartridge. It's very empty now, and I'll probably save it just for in the future. If at any point I ever get a ink syringe, maybe I should add that to my wish list. Then I can ink up the cartridges, which would be fun. I'm debating whether or not I want to put in another Kaweco Summer Purple, which I think I only have a couple left. Maybe like 2. Yeah, 2. And then the rest are just the blue ones that come with the pens. So I could put another Kaweco Summer Purple in there. We'll put all of these away. Or this is going very poorly for me. There we go. Ah, I got it. Now I got it. Or I could put in a Faber-Castell Yozakura, which is pink. I like both of these colors. The appeal of the pink is that if I don't wash out the Summer Purple before I put in the pink cartridge, I could get like a cool shifting The pink does also tend to be pretty light for my preferences, but I don't know that I would mind it all that much. And yeah, I just want to use this pen again, so I think I will put in the pink. There we go. Now we'll just wait for that. And I really like the aluminum. It just feels so smooth and light and cold because it's the metal. So I really like the aluminum. Kaweco also has a new All Sport that's in like olivine, which is a really light olive color, and that one is also calling my soul. I'm just a girl in love with Kawecos, you guys. What am I to do? So, guess we can put those away. Back with all the rest of the cartridges and put Amamoyoi back. And, oh, the other thing I did when I was showing off all of my pens and everything is I think I literally took this pen and drew on my hand with it, and then smeared it to show the different colors in Amamoyoi, because if you do that, you'll get like a big splotch of pink, and then where you smear it, you'll get the green. And that's just always been so fun to me. I almost like getting Amamoyoi on my hands, because then I can see all of the different colors in their glory. But yeah, that's everything there. And then I already re-inked my Pilot Varsity because it was dry. And then other than that, oh, I still have this pen in my pen case, even though it has been dry for some time now. I did a minor nib adjustment to it because it had touching tines, so I literally like pressed down on paper just ever so gently to make the tines not touch anymore so it would write a little better. And once it did, it wrote more like a broad or maybe even a double broad. So it guzzled ink. I wrote with it a lot because I was obsessed with it, but it guzzled ink. And it was just so fun. And people would ask me about it. They're like, what is... I would have it on my desk because I'm taking notes in class or whatever, and I had someone be like, what is that? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a pen. They were not nearly as enthused as I was, but I was quite enthused. So there's that too, but it's empty. And then the other one that I got at the same time, the piston fill, that's in the same acrylic. I think, yeah, I wrote that one dry pretty fast too, but that one I've actually cleaned out. This one I haven't cleaned out yet, but yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun playing around with my pens and inks lately. My ink journal has been a lot of fun, getting to, you know, write about, you know, my pens and inks, and I've done most of the ones from this past inking, or I guess maybe I haven't. Maybe I've done less than I thought. I thought I only had 1 or 2 left, but no, I've still got 1, 2, 3 left to do kind of my thoughts on. But yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun, and now I am all set to have even more fun. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my ramblings if you've stuck around this long. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to another transmission. I'm trying to get these out a little bit more regularly. But yeah, if you enjoyed, let me know by leaving a like or a comment. I try to respond to the comments as much as I can. I love getting to hear from other people in the community, hear what your guys' inky plans are and everything. So yeah, and if you really enjoyed and you decided you want to stick around and go on this journey with me, you can hit that subscribe button, and I'll have the rest of the next chapter of my story out shortly. Bye for now. Love, share.